That's right, it's fight time. We have a battle to see who's gonna be the top mid-tier credit card. If you're torn between either of these two credit cards, never fear, Tito is here to help you out. Whether you're looking into one or the other, or just one, we'll go ahead and review both credit cards, give you the cons and pros of both credit cards, as well as to let you know which one might be better suited for you. And I promise you, we will have a winner by the end of this video. So if you're ready, let's go. Welcome back to Tito's Financial Corner, where we talk about credit cards, points and miles, as well as travel. Today, we're going to be going over two of the top mid-tier credit cards. We're going to be looking at the American Express Gold Card, as well as the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card. So without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and get started with round number one. The first round consists of the annual fee that both of these cards charge. As mid-tier credit cards, they do charge a specific fee, but they do tend to offer a lot more perks and multipliers compared to your general starter/beginner credit cards. Starting with the American Express Gold Card. Their annual fee comes in at a hefty price of $250. The Chase Sapphire Preferred Card comes in at a lean $95 on an annual basis. Right off the bat, without taking a look at any of the credits that either of these credit cards have to offer, we would have to give the first round to the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card. Next, we would look at the welcome bonuses that both of these cards offer. Now, if you look at the current welcome bonus that the American Express Gold Card has to offer, it would be 60,000 membership reward points after spending $4,000 within the first 3 months. However, if you just do a little bit of digging into this credit card and go into incognito mode, you might be able to find a better welcome offer, whether that's 75,000 points or even up to 90,000 points for the same expenditure. The welcome bonus on the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card is currently 60,000 ultimate reward points for $4,000 worth of spending after the first 3 months. Now, Chase has had the welcome bonus be much higher in the past, up to 80,000 UR points and even up to 100,000 UR points, which is when I took out my Chase Sapphire Preferred Card, and I go into an in-depth review of this credit card in this video right here. But as of right now, the welcome bonus on this credit card is still only 60,000 UR points. Looking into both of these credit cards, while their quote-unquote regular welcome bonus is the same, you are able to find that higher welcome bonus with the American Express Gold Card if you just do a little bit more digging. So just because it is possible for you to get a higher offer, we would have to give this round to the American Express Gold Card. The next round consists of the multipliers that both of these credit cards have to offer. Starting with the American Express Gold Card, you would get 4 points on US supermarkets and 4 points on dining. That's right, this is a major foodie card, and we did do a full breakdown of this credit card on this video right here. You would also get 3 points per dollar spent on any flights booked directly through the airline's website, as well as through Amex's portal. On top of this, you would also get 1 point per dollar spent on everything else. With the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card, you would get 5 points per dollar spent on travel purchased through the Chase Travel Portal. And until March of 2025, you would also get 5 points per dollar spent on any Lyft rides. You would get 3 points per dollar spent on dining. You would get 3 points per dollar spent on select streaming. You would get 3 points per dollar spent on online groceries. You would also get 2 points per dollar spent on any travel purchase outside of Chase's travel portal. So whether you're booking directly through a third party or directly through an airline's website, you would get 2 points per dollar on those purchases. And then you would get 1 point per dollar on everything else. Taking a look at both of these credit cards, they do have some great multipliers. If we take a look at Chase's Sapphire Preferred Card, they do have a couple of different categories, but you just cannot avoid looking at the Amex Gold Card and notice that you would get 4 points per dollar spent on some categories that almost everybody would spend, whether that's in US supermarkets or just out dining. Those are some major categories that everyone, including myself, use either every day or every other day. So for that reason alone, we would have to give this round to the Amex Gold Card. Now, when it comes to both of these credit cards, they earn points, whether that's membership reward points with the American Express Gold Card or ultimate reward points with the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. The points are what's most valuable since you're able to utilize them to get cash back or for travel. But what's the value that we can find on utilizing these points on these two different ecosystems? For that, we'll have to look at thepointsguide.com. It is a website that they take a look at all point systems and they provide a valuation for each specific ecosystem. When it comes to the American Express Gold Card and the membership rewards points, they value it at 2 cents per point. Whereas when it comes to the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, they value the ultimate rewards points at 2 cents per point. So that's right, this would be a tie just because the value of the points is considered to be the same through this website. So for that, we'll call this round a draw and give each card a point. Now, we covered the annual fee that both of these credit cards have to offer, but both of them offer credits that offset part, if not most, of the annual fee. Starting with the American Express Gold Card, they offer 2 credits that equal out to be $240. The first credit is an Uber credit of $120. The second is a dining credit of $120. Now, these credits are broken down into monthly $10 credits that are use it or lose it. But if you are able to utilize these credits on a monthly basis, you would get a total amount of $240 off the annual fee, which again is $250. So the effective annual fee on the American Express Gold Card would be $10. When it comes to the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, they do offer a $50 travel credit that can be utilized as long as you booked any hotel stays directly through Chase's travel portal. So as long as you utilize their website, you would get $50 back. And if we take a look at the annual fee that this credit card has, which is $95, and subtract the $50 credit, you would have an effective annual fee of $45. So looking at that, we would have to give this round to the American Express Gold Card just because it almost eliminates the whole annual fee of the credit card. The next round consists of the annual anniversary that each of these cards has to offer. The Chase Sapphire Preferred card gives you 10% back every single year. Now, this sounds just a little bit better than it truly is. When they say that they will give you 10% back at the end of the year, they will take a look at the full amount of points that you have garnered at the end of that full year and give you 10% of that. So for example, if you have 10,000 points, they would give you 10% of that, which would be 1,000 points. And if we value each point at a 1 cent per point valuation for cashback, that would be $10 back. When it comes to the American Express Gold Card, as of this recording, I do not believe that there is an annual anniversary on this credit card. So with that said, this round, we would have to give it to the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. One of the biggest reasons to have either of these two credit cards is the ability to transfer your points into one of their travel partners. And this is where it gets a little hairy. I can't say that the travel partners of Chase are better than the ones that Amex has to offer or vice versa. It really comes down to you. What kind of travel are you doing? Are you actually doing any specific travel, or are you just looking at hotels to stay at? And if you are doing travel, are you traveling domestically or internationally? And if you are traveling internationally, where are you traveling? Are you traveling to Latin America? Are you traveling to Europe? Are you traveling to South Africa? Or there are different transfer partners that both of these cards have to offer. So we can't really say that one is better than the other. So for that, we'll call it a draw and give a point to both cards. So we cover the travel part when it comes to redeeming your points. But what about if you just want cash back for the points that you garner with both of these credit cards? When it comes to the American Express Gold Card, you can cash out your points. The value per point that you would get would be 0.6 cents per point. So that means that it would be less than a penny per point. When it comes to the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, you would get 1 cent per point. So that's right, you would get 1 cent per point if you just want to cash out all your points. So with that said, the Chase Sapphire Preferred card would definitely take this round. Both of these credit cards offer protections as well as warranties. One that I like to highlight today is the auto rental collision protection that both of these credit cards have to offer. If we look at the face amount of that statement, then we would have to call it a draw and say that both of these cards should get a point. However, if we look under the hood, under both of these credit cards, we see that there is a clear victor. When it comes to the American Express Gold card, their auto rental collision would be secondary, meaning that should you have an accident when you rent a car, your personal insurance would be utilized first, and then the Gold's insurance would be utilized second. Whereas when it comes to the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, their auto rental collision waiver would be primary, meaning that their insurance would be utilized first, then your auto insurance would be utilized should there be anything that would have to be paid. But again, when it comes to the Chase Sapphire Preferred, their warranty will usually cover the full amount of the vehicle. So looking at that, we see that the Chase Sapphire Preferred card would win this round. Okay, so let's take a look at the scorecard. When it comes to the American Express Gold card, they have 5 points. When it comes to the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, they would have 6 points. So for this specific video, the winner would be the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. Now, the Chase Sapphire Preferred card won by the skin of their teeth. And I would completely understand if you would go back through the rounds and see that the American Express Gold card should have won one round or the other. I would not be mad at all if you saw that, and if you believe that the American Express Gold card is a better option for you. If you're thinking about applying for the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, please consider utilizing the referral code at the bottom of this video to help out this channel. So with that said, I want to hear from you guys. Down in the comments below, please let me know which card do you prefer, the American Express Gold card or the Chase Sapphire Preferred card? Or do you prefer a whole different mid-tier credit card over these two? With that said, if you found any information useful during this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well as that like button. Thank you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Adios.